Honey Boo Boo blasts family's graduation gift she can't even use and says it wasn't the luxury present she had hoped for. Honey Boo Boo has articulated her genuine sentiments over her graduation gift from her family. In a segment from a recent episode of Mama June, Family Crisis, Honey Boo Boo, whose true name is Alana Thompson, commemorated her high school graduation. The young television personality encountered a significant surprise during her visit to her sister Lauren Pumpkin Efford's residence, which she shares with her husband, Joss. As she approached the rear of the house, her family exclaimed surprise, and Alana caught sight of her new pink Honda. Mama June, 44, initiated the conversation, stating, "See, we acquired a pink automobile for you." In reply, Alana grinned and remarked, "Oh wow, let me don it," while she appreciated her gift. Mama June was audible while the camera crew captured favorable footage of the vehicle, exclaiming, "I am prepared for you to take me for a ride." Within her vehicle, she possessed a pink toy affixed to the air vent, along with seat covers and a plush steering wheel cover. In a confessional, Alana disclosed her genuine emotions. "It is not precisely the luxurious vehicle I anticipated," she articulated, expressing a preference for a more opulent SUV. "Yet, I adore my new car. It is my preferred hue." During a distinct interview with Lauren, she awaited Alana's utterance of two significant words with patience. With a dismissive roll of her eyes, she remarked, "I suppose I should express my gratitude. I value my compact vehicle, although the most advantageous aspect is the absence of auto payments." Currently, Alana remains unable to operate her vehicle independently. Lauren further disclosed, "Now, all you need to do is obtain your license." Back at the house, Lauren's husband Josh stated that he and Alana's boyfriend, Drawlin Carswell, 22, had to put in extra labor to be able to pay her gift and had to repaint it pink. At the party, Alana's deceased sister, Anna Cardwell, was also present. In December, June disclosed the tragic news that Anna had succumbed to her battle with stage 4 cancer. In July, June disclosed that her daughter's diagnosis was terminal. In a poignant post, Alana composed an extensive tribute for her sister on Instagram. She stated, "Anna experienced significant pain last night, but now, as a family, we all recognize that she is at peace. I am at a loss for words as my heart is utterly shattered," the star remarked. Alana disclosed that she was at home with her sister at the time of her death. She ended her post with, "You struck me profoundly with this one, Anna, but I am aware that you are now in a superior state and free from pain eternally." Nonetheless, it was merely another hot evening in Georgia when the tempest struck, not a tempest of rain, but of secrets, treachery, and sorrow. Jessica Shannon, the audacious and defiant daughter of Mama June, had a secret poised to disrupt the already tenuous family dynamics. For several weeks, she had been discreetly involved with an enigmatic and captivating woman named Lila, who possessed both striking beauty and a spirited demeanor. However, Jessica did not introduce her to the family until now. The conflict commenced when Jessica unexpectedly arrived at Pumpkin's residence, accompanied by Lila. Pumpkin, already inundated with her responsibilities, raising 4 children, managing Mama June's tumult, and maintaining familial stability, was utterly taken aback. She opened the door and remained motionless. "Jess, who is this?" she inquired, her tones strained. "This is Lila," Jessica declared with pride. "My partner." Pumpkin's eyes expanded in astonishment. "You brought your attractive girlfriend to my residence amidst the ongoing situation? While Mama is absent, Alana is contending with Sugar Bear's renewed threats over custody." Lila smirked. "Pleasure to meet you as well." Inside, Alana Honey Boo Boo sat on the couch, consuming chips and seeing reruns. She leaped forward. "Pardon, are you referring to her as your girlfriend?" "Impressive work, Jess." Pumpkin expressed her exasperation by rolling her eyes. "This is not the appropriate moment for new partnerships. Mama June has engaged in another altercation with Gino and is now threatening to disappear from public view. If Child Protective Services discovers the ongoing turmoil, they may remove the children." Jessica exhibited defiance. "I'm not going to hide who I love." I adore Lila. She merits inclusion in the family. However, Lila was not an ordinary girlfriend. She possessed a history. Pumpkin soon learned that Lila had previously been in a relationship with one of Gino's acquaintances and had become entangled in a criminal predicament that nearly resulted in her incarceration. This triggered significant alarm signals. Did you bring an individual with a criminal record into my residence, Jessica? Jessica's visage flushed crimson. She is no longer the individual she once was. I am not either. The atmosphere in the room escalated dramatically when Mama June entered, disheveled, enraged, and evidently agitated. What is occurring here? All fell silence. Mother, this is Lila, Jessica stated. My romantic partner. I am not concealing her from you. Mother June scrutinized Lila from head to toe before addressing Jessica. You consistently choose the most inopportune moments, do you not? I am endeavoring to improve my life, while you are creating unnecessary drama. I am not the individual who destroyed the family, Mother. Jessica became upset. You made that decision when you prioritized Gino over your daughters. That was impactful. June's eyes brimmed with tears, although she resolutely withheld them. Do not confront me with my errors, girl. Do you believe that introducing a troublemaker into this household will improve the situation? You resemble me. Jessica seized Lila's hand. Perhaps I am. However, I am not forsaking the individuals I cherish. The room fell silent once more. Ultimately, Alana articulated her thoughts. Can we all take a moment to relax? I am weary of being the child who observes her entire family disintegrate every 5 minutes. Jess adores Lila. Mother, you must address your own issues. Pumpkin has several responsibilities. We require tranquility, not additional conflicts. It was an uncommon instance of lucidity. Gradually, the strain alleviated. Mama June did not express her approval. Pumpkin harbored reservations over Lila's trustworthiness. However, it is conceivable that they might coexist under the same roof without causing discord. Nonetheless, a period of tranquility had ensued since Mama June's last tumultuous arrival in their life. However, Alana Thompson, widely recognized as Honey Boo Boo, had come to understand that familial calm was inherently ephemeral. At 17, Alana resided with her sister Lauren, endearingly referred to as Pumpkin, who had held legal custody of her when June succumbed to addiction and turmoil years prior. The residence was perpetually bustling, teeming with children, mirth, and a managed form of disorder. However, on this specific Sunday morning, that tranquility was disrupted when Pumpkin opened the door and discovered June standing there with a bag and a film crew. Greetings, everyone. Mother has returned, June proclaimed with a faint smile that failed to illuminate her weary eyes. Pumpkin's jaw tightened. You cannot simply arrive in this manner, Mother. You failed to make a phone call. I am making an effort, understood? I desire to become a mother once more. Do you not believe it is time to forgive and progress? Alana, descending the steps with her sweatshirt drawn over her head and earbuds inserted, halted upon encountering June. Her heart sank. What are you doing here? She inquired, her tone tense. I have arrived for you, dear girl, June stated. I long for my child. Alana gazed at her, attempting to discern any remnants of the mother she once knew. However, all she perceived was an individual pursuing redemption on reality television. You arrived for the cameras. This is not suitable for me. In the ensuing days, the household devolved into emotional turmoil. June asserted her desire to reestablish a connection with Alana and reintegrate into her life. She assured that she was free from substances, abstinent, and prepared for a new beginning. However, her deeds were inconsistent with her words. She persistently absconded with her new beau, a smooth-talking individual named Ricky, who exuded negative energy. She abandoned her half-eaten supper to attend to urgent producer calls, and most egregiously, she persistently attempted to coerce Alana into shooting dramatic mother-daughter discussions for the show. Pumpkin had reached his limit. Mother, you cannot subject her to this once more. She is beginning to regain her trust in others. Either you are present for her, or you are present for the cameras. You cannot possess both. However, June remained resolute. Do you believe I am indifferent? Do you believe I do not weep nightly, reflecting about my losses? I remain her mother. Alana eventually spoke, her voice trembling yet resolute. You were my mother. However, I required your presence when I wept alone in my chamber at night, contemplating whether you were deceased or merely under the influence. I required your presence, not accompanied by a camera or a new partner, but simply as yourself. And you never accomplished that. June's expression deteriorated, although Alana remained unperturbed. She pivoted and exited the room, tears cascading down her cheeks. Pumpkin pursued and enveloped her in an embrace. The following morning, June had vanished. Her suitcase was absent, and a producer subsequently verified that she departed in the early hours, attributing it to emotional overload. Alana reclined on the balcony that evening, imbibing iced tea while observing the sunset. She invariably departs, she stated gently. Pumpkin positioned herself adjacent to her. However, we do not. We have arrived. We remain. Alana nodded, her heart still pained, yet somewhat alleviated. Although she may be unable to evade maternal turmoil, she can opt not to allow it to characterize her. Nonetheless, it was intended to be a new beginning. Mama June has been diligently demonstrating her transformation through new therapy sessions, maintaining sobriety, and severing poisonous relationships. For months, she had been contacting Pumpkin, imploring for an opportunity to see Alana, to demonstrate her return to stability. Following considerable reluctance, Pumpkin ultimately consented to a supervised visit. However, she stipulated one condition. June must attend unaccompanied, without Gino or any drama. June tidied her modest residence for the significant occasion, adorned it with balloons, and even prepared cupcakes molded like diminutive honeybees, Alana's childhood favorite. She communicated with Pumpkin by text throughout the morning. However, noon arrived. Subsequently, 1 p.m. No indication of Pumpkin. Negative, Alana. No communication. At Pumpkin's residence, confrontations escalated. Josh traversed the kitchen while Pumpkin fixated on her phone, anxiously gnawing her lip. Are you certain about this? He inquired, casting a glance toward the hallway where Alana was nestled on the couch, wearing her headphones. I doubt she is prepared, Pumpkin murmured. Frankly, I remain uncertain about my trust in June. Josh exhaled audibly. She is making an effort, darling. She consistently endeavors, until she ceases, Pumpkin retorted, her eyes reflecting a blend of rage and remorse. I will not subject Alana to further emotional distress. Not again. Alana, despite feigning disinterest, had comprehended all that was said. She had a complex array of emotions, longing for her mother, harboring resentment, and hoping for a different outcome this time. However, a portion of her was also apprehensive. What if Mama June experienced heartbreak once more? At June's residence, the cupcakes remained unconsumed. Time elapsed. She ultimately settled into the couch, her shoulders drooping. She will not arrive, June murmured to herself, tears welling in her eyes. In a final, desperate attempt, she taped a video message. Greetings, Alana. Mother merely wished to express that I am present. I am awaiting. I prepared cupcakes that you once adored. I acknowledge my mistakes, but I am making an effort, dear daughter. I genuinely am. I hold deep affection for you. It will always endure. She dispatched it. No response. That evening, Alana ultimately viewed the letter alone within her chamber. She refrained from weeping. She refrained from smiling. However, she preserved the footage. Perhaps she desired to believe in second chances as well. Nonetheless, the July sun blazed above Georgia. However, the warmth had long vanished from the Shannon family home. Since Mama June's enigmatic reappearance and her equally perplexing conduct, an atmosphere of anxiety has pervaded, like to a storm poised to erupt. Alana Honey Boo Boo Thompson sat on the porch swing, perusing her phone, attempting to feign ignorance of her mother's clandestine departure once more. This marked the third occurrence that week. No elucidations. No embraces. A door was forcefully shut, leaving behind the scent of inexpensive perfume in the atmosphere. Pumpkin, her sibling and guardian, emerged while cradling baby Bentley on her hip. "Is she absent once more?" she inquired, already certain of the response. Alana acquiesced with a deliberate nod. She failed to bid farewell this time. 2 weeks elapsed. June was unresponsive to calls. Her messages were brief and ambiguous. "I'm fine," engaged in tasks, and "you will comprehend shortly." However, Alana failed to comprehend. She had observed her mother's comings and goings, her declines and recoveries, yet this instance was distinct. This stillness was more resounding than any previous altercation. One evening, Pumpkin gathered the family together. "I have discovered her location," she stated, her voice quivering. "A cabin located outside Macon. She is concealing something significant." Jessica inclined her body forward. "What if she is relapsing?" "No," Alana interjected. "I do not accept that assertion. She made a vow to me. She assured that she was free of substances. However, fundamentally, the seed of uncertainty had been sown." Motivated by apprehension, Pumpkin and Alana resolved to undertake the journey. Upon their arrival to the cottage, they observed June via the window. She was not solitary. Inside, there was a male in his mid-50s, well-groomed, and a teenage girl approximately Alana's age. "What on earth?" the Pumpkin murmured. June observed them from within and hurried to the entrance. "What are you both doing here?" "That question should be directed at you," Alana retorted. With no options remaining, June ultimately admitted the truth. "Her name is Emma. She is your half-sister. That individual is her father. I encountered her during my tenure in Florida, at a moment when I reached my lowest point. I felt embarrassed. I relinquished her. However, I am endeavoring to rectify the situation at this moment." Alana's reality shifted. A clandestine sibling? Another household? Her voice faltered. "Did you abandon me to assume the role of her mother?" "It is not as you perceive, dear," June implored. "I am endeavoring to rectify my mistakes for both of you. I aim to prevent you from experiencing abandonment once more. However, you did forsake me." Silently. In the subsequent days, Alana grappled with her feelings. Treachery, ambiguity, envy, inquisitiveness. She ultimately consented to meet Emma. To her astonishment, they connected. Emma was reticent, gentle, and appeared equally unsettled by the revelation. Concurrently, June commenced therapy and extended an invitation to both daughters to accompany her. "I do not seek your forgiveness," she stated during a session, "but I request an opportunity." Pumpkin maintained a skeptical disposition. "I am uncertain whether you merit that opportunity." Alana remained silent for an extended while. She then said, "I believe. I wish to attempt." Months later, the Shannon family appeared transformed, perhaps for the better. June had made gradual yet consistent progress towards reclaiming her role as a genuine mother. Emma periodically frequented Pumpkin's residence. What about Alana? She commenced journaling, vlogging, and initiated a podcast aimed at adolescents navigating complex familial dynamics. "I am uncertain of our destination," she remarked in the inaugural episode, "but I am confident we are not regressing." The path to redemption is not constructed from perfection. Rather, it is built upon truth, forgiveness, and the bravery to persist repeatedly. Even for Mama June. Greetings, esteemed viewers. Welcome to my channel. I am Zara. I hope your day is going well. If you like the video, please remember to subscribe to the channel.